Welcome back to another wonderful episode of the Jaye and Hatah podcast.
Yes, welcome back. How are you feeling?
I am good. I'm good. How about yourself?
I am lovely.
Yeah, man. I mean, we
lovely.
just went through the holidays. We had Thanksgiving. We just went through
Christmas, and now New Year's is coming up this week.
Yeah, man. So
2022, dog.
Yeah, so this thing went quick.
It went 2021 when at times it felt like it was moving in slow motion, and then it's like next thing you know, It was August and now it's December.
I mean, even like if you think about Christmas, like here in Texas, like it felt like it was the 4th of July.
Man, it was nice out.
Like everybody wearing shorts and flip flops and shit.
Right, you can have your toes out in December, but it's supposed to get cold next week.
But I mean, the people that could get out, because a lot of people got COVID right now.
Man, this Omarion virus, the Omarion variant is just, it's out of there. Like people who, I know more people who had like their booster shots and had like the vaccine in general that are actually getting sick now.
Or even getting sick and even still testing like negative.
Right, like it's 1 minute you're negative, 1 minute you're positive, then you're negative the next day. Now they're telling people that they only need to be out 5 days.
Yeah.
So it's changing every day. So look, I'm just here.
At this point, I don't think we got any real like information about this thing.
No, and now the conspiracy theories are getting even bigger. Like, oh, this was man-made, and somebody bought it and brought it over here. And
I ain't gonna trip. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be like gone. But I thought we would have made at least some progress by now. I didn't think this thing was gonna multiply like times 10
or like get even worse. Yeah. I don't know.
Because first we was like, it wasn't even like 6 months ago. We was talking about like if we was gonna get the vaccine or if the boosters and shit was even necessary. And now it's like, damn. Was it really necessary? Was it really mandatory?
Right, because no matter what, you're still getting it. I mean, and I know at first they were like, "Oh, your symptoms won't be as severe as if you were to have it unvaccinated." But I know some people who are vaccinated; they are down bad right now.
But then, are we sure now, though?
Right, like we really don't know anything.
So I mean, I brought all this up. I mean, because this shit is actually crazy and a lot right now, but also for us to kind of go back over like 2021.
Yeah.
And I thought this would be a good opportunity with this being our official last episode of the year.
Yes.
Like we should like reflect on 2021 just a little bit.
Kind of like a wrap up.
Yeah, like a wrap up.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And I don't know how to say your name, so I apologize. But on Instagram, Nidra Tawab, she had a post and it was like 10 questions to process before you wrap up 2021. And I just thought they were really good, like questions to kind of reflect and think back. So just going over those, like number 1, what did 2021 teach you about yourself?
If I had to say 2021 taught me anything about myself, is that I've been too patient.
You're being too patient?
I'm being too patient.
Okay.
Like, I've sat and I've thought about shit too long and I let the shit go by far too long and then somebody else do it and I'll be like, damn, I should have went ahead and did it when I first did it.
Being patient or being too, I don't want to say lazy.
Because I'll be like, okay, I see something, I'll be like, I'm gonna do a little bit more research and I'll do some research and then I'll be like, I'm not sure. Or if I'll be like, okay, I'm doing a little bit more and then some shit pop off and then it go big and I'd be like, damn, if I just went ahead and put
Okay. Yeah, I want to say patient. I can't think of the word right now.
Oh, probably procrastinate too much.
Yeah, procrastination. So it taught you not to procrastinate. Yeah, that's actually it. Yeah. Okay. I think 2021 taught me was to I always say that I embrace change, but when big changes happen, sometimes I'll go with it if it's something I already kind of wanted. Sometimes I'll be like, oh no. But no matter what, 2021 definitely taught me that change is definitely going to happen, and it can happen when you least expect it.
Yeah.
And you literally have no choice but to go with it.
Yeah.
And so just being more open to that, because I thought I was. But 2021 taught me that, no, girl, you were not as fast.
It's hard to adjust to quick changes.
Right. Quick changes. I'm used to just changes happening and, it's going to be, we don't have to worry about this for another couple of months, but it's coming. But instead, it's just like, no, girl, it's here now. Adjust.
Yeah.
And that's what 2021 kind of taught me, is how to be ready for those quick changes.
Quick adjustments.
Yes.
Man, that's big.
So, yeah. So, second question. Who showed up for you and how can you nurture those relationships?
Man, I'm gonna say my therapist showed up for me.
Okay.
I mean, because it was times where like I kind of went ghost and I skipped a few appointments, and then like I don't know if most of therapists do this, but she actually reached out to me. It was like, "Hey, is you good? You missed these," and and even though I was in the middle of some things, she kind of helped me, get back on track mentally, and I think that was the one that kind of just helped me, stay on track and showed up to make sure that I was doing the things that I need to do and put the tools that I needed to put in place.
That's good. That's good. I mean, and even if, because I know you say you don't know if that's just something that she does with everyone or just you, but even still, if she does it with everyone, that means that she cares about her patients,
oh, for sure,
her clients. So I still think that's a good thing. That's awesome.
What about yourself?
I feel like I've had certain family members, in particular, one of my sisters, who really showed up for me. I feel like one of the other ones completely did the opposite, who I thought would. But one of my sisters, I feel like she's showed up for me this year. We've gotten really close. A couple of my other friends, because I'm the same way, I tend to go ghost.
Yeah.
And they know that, but they'll still say, "Hey, how are you doing?"
Yeah.
Sharing some of my posts, commenting on Facebook, sending a text to check on me. Whether I respond right away or if it takes me a couple of days.
Yeah.
There's no hard feelings.
There's a lot of value in people like that.
Right.
And I try to be one of those people.
And even if it's like 6 months since we've seen each other, when we do see each other, it's all love. It's like we've been talking every day since the last time we talked to each other. So I've definitely had one in particular, one of my sisters, and definitely a couple of friends who just really, really kind of showed out when I was having my dark moments. So
yeah, it's definitely nice having friends like that who just reach out genuinely.
Right.
Because so many people just hit you up and be like, I want, and
they take and they take.
And don't even ask you if you're busy or even consider your time.
Listen, that's a whole other episode in itself, because for you people that all you do, you don't even know what's going on in that other person's life on the other line or the other end of the phone, because all you do is dump about your life and what's going wrong and what you need and what you don't need. That gets draining to the person that gets those calls all the time. But anyways,
I say that to just say value the people who call, who genuinely check on you,
right?
Who don't really want anything, who just all they want to do is make sure you are good, and just if you need anything, they just want to let you know that they are there.
All they want is to let you know, hey, I'm here if you need me. If you need me now, great. If not, that's great too. But just know that I'm here. So question number 3. What do I need to accept about myself and the other people in my life? I think for me, I still struggle with, again, I have my days, and I know I'm not the only one, where days, weeks, even months will kind of go by and I won't really just tap in like I need to.
Yeah.
I need to accept that just like I get busy, they get busy too.
Yeah. So
to me, what matters is, okay, do they show up when I absolutely need them to show up? Yeah. Or when they need me or when I need them? But other than that, it's like other people have lives and they may be making mistakes in their lives, and that's okay. That's their life to do that. But still just kind of letting them know, again, I'm here if you need me. Yeah. Type of situation.
I think for me, like what I had to accept about myself is that I'm not perfect and I can't schedule everything on my terms. Yeah. To where, and I had to let others know too. It's like I mean well to where it's like I don't necessarily only want to hang out when I want to hang out. Yeah. I don't mean to skip things that you invite me to. It's just either the timing may not line up, or I may not be emotionally well to come out to being adventurous with 1,000 other people. Yeah. I mean, it's not 1,000, but it
feels like it.
And I think, a lot of people who are genuinely friends with me understands, like, when I show up, it's a big thing. I mean, I don't want to say like it's a big deal when I show up.
But it's like, oh, he really fucks with me.
Oh, he really fucks with me because he showed up. Yeah. Versus he just don't want to fuck with us, so we just gonna stop inviting him. Right. But people invite me hoping that I show up. Yeah. Even, despite whatever that I'm going through or whatever I feel like I'm going through mentally.
And then also when you do show up, you show up and you're like having a good time.
I'm so glad
just
I came.
engaged. Yeah.
I'm so glad I came. So, you know, for that, nice. I appreciate the people who understand, like, that every time I say no, don't mean that I don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
That I just may not be.
Life is life at the moment. Yeah, of course. Number 4, how did you cope with uncomfortable feelings in 2021?
I think I just dove in.
Okay.
Like sometimes, you know, I used to just kind of skirt around it enough to where it just feels comfortable for everybody. And we can just all mutually just sit down and just hold hands. And then we can just talk about it and everything is cool. Now it's like, yo, this made me feel like this. And we need to talk about it. And we need to talk about it now. And we're not going to let it fester. And I'm not going to make up all kind of random scenarios about it. Let's just cut to the chase and just get to the bullshit.
It's funny. I feel like that's how I dealt with uncomfortable feelings when it comes to work. Yeah. Like I instantly address them. I instantly vent. I instantly want to talk about it, find out the who, what, when, where, and whys. But when it comes to personal stuff, I tried to bury it a little bit. And for a few of you that know, and those that don't, I recently found out that the person I thought was my father was not. And I have a whole other family, you know, and I had to deal with that. And while it was great news, of course, because it helped me understand more about myself, and more on that later at 10. But so I didn't know how to deal with it. So I kind of just buried it. Like I was like, I don't want to deal with it right now. Yeah. And then it got to a point where I kept sweeping it under the rug. As far as like on the surface level, I was fine. And of course I was still essentially fine. Oh, for sure. But dealing with the magnitude of how it, you know, everything about me, I was sweeping it under the rug until I couldn't anymore. Yeah. And then it just came out. Yeah. So it's funny that I was more direct when it came to work, because I'm like, you're going to respect me, and this is not right. This is not fair, or we should be doing things like this. And then when it came to myself, and when it got hit a little too close to home, I was like, wait, I'm not ready to deal with this right now.
You was like that, but I was like, oh, shit.
You. Oh. And it's funny because I laugh about it, but I actually like the fact that you at least had a reaction. Because in the back of my head, it's like, bitch, you should really be flipping the fuck out right now.
I'm just like,
and I was just like, okay, you know, I'm just going to deal with it, because I had like 10 other things to deal with. And a lot of it was stuff that I could deal with quicker than having to focus on that. So it was work stuff. It was, you know, other personal stuff, business type stuff. But thank you for feeling those feelings for me. So it lets me know that the way I wanted to react is not just completely out there. Straight. But yeah, so we're gonna do a story time. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna do a story time. It's my story.
One day we just gonna have to we just gonna back into it. It might be our next one. Anyway.
It might be our next one. It may happen in the next 5 minutes. Who knows? Number 5, how can I better manage my reaction to my feelings?
I'll let you go first.
How can I better manage them? I feel like, depending on the scenario, if I want to go ahead and scream right then, I need to just go ahead and scream and get it out. Yeah. I mean, I know, you've been there a couple of times where I'm like, I really just want to scream as loud as I can to the top of my lungs. But I'll be like, I don't want to do that because he's right here and he's probably going to think I'm crazy.
I'm like, I don't care.
Right, you're like, I mean, if you're going to do it, go ahead and do it. But I feel like I need to deal with them sooner rather than later. Yeah. Now, I mean, if I'm in the middle of a meeting and I get a text message, I'm not going to sit there and, oh my God, I'm not going to do that. But as soon as I am available to sit down and think about it and, you know, reconcile everything, I need to just go ahead and do that versus kind of putting it off.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, how can you better manage your reaction to it?
I'm emotional. I know y'all hear me say that a lot, but I'm super emotional. I learned that my first reaction is not the first reaction I should have.
You overreact.
I overreact, I'm sure. Because I fly off the handle so quick and I have to talk myself back like a lot of times. You gotta talk your own self off the ledge. I'll be like, dog, it's not that serious. Calm down. Yeah. Think about it. It's not, you getting worked up over nothing. I have to talk to myself. So I learned that when I listen to my first reaction, I'll blow it up like 1,000 times and they be like, dog, all you had to do is just this. And
it's not that bad.
I'll be like, oh.
I mean,
but I'm just emotional like that. Like, I don't know. It's just, I take shit to heart and I don't mean it. I have to just learn not to take shit to heart.
Yeah. A lot of stuff you can't take personal.
I'll be ready to file the nigga quick.
I know, baby. I know you do.
I'll be like, I don't even mean it. I'll be like, dog, I ain't even have to do that.
You're like, dang, I ain't even have to react.
Damn,
like
I didn't
that.
even have to talk to him like that.
Oh well.
Oh well, I said what I said. I said it to my whole chest too.
I mean, if you gonna do it with your whole chest. So, number 6.
Yeah.
In what ways will I take better care of myself in 2022?
Man, I'm just saying, I'm just gonna take time to relax when I need.
Okay.
Like, I'm just so used to just making multiple plans. Like, if something go bad, make sure that, you know, you got this and you got this covered, you got that covered. Now that I just take time to just unload everything and just relax, that's what I need. That's how I'm gonna take care of myself.
I feel like
and getting pedicure.
You've been doing that since before 2021.
I know, boy, but I'm gonna get the milk and honey. Boy.
Oh, now you want to get the milk and honey. Okay.
Oh, shit, gotta get the milk and honey.
Okay, but are you gonna get clear polish?
No.
It's just clear polish.
I'm not getting that.
Okay.
I don't need it.
It ain't gotta be glossy.
I don't need it.
We're gonna look at your glossy toes.
Oh, just.
You better not ever fall asleep because I'm be like, he wants that pink polish.
That's why I'll be like,
I like that. A way that I'm going to take better care of myself in 2022, I've already kind of started this, but literally doing whatever I want to do. Like when it comes to like small choices. Yeah. Because like there'll be days where I'm like, we're just going to the grocery store. I don't want to get all dressed up. You know what? No, I'm going to put on my whole Ivy Park outfit just to go to Tom Thumb.
There you go.
If there's something that I want to do or something that I don't want to do, I'm literally making myself my own boss. The older I get, the more I'm like, I can do whatever I want.
You can literally do whatever you want.
If I want to eat birthday cake for breakfast for 3 days, I'm going to do it.
Who gonna check you, boo?
Right. Who is going to check me? So I think just
now, if you do it like a couple of days on the road, then I'm probably gonna ask you.
I would really like it if you would check on me to see if I'm okay. And you know, I will give you my therapist number. But no, just doing things that I genuinely want to do, that I genuinely enjoy. And literally, because with COVID, 2 years ago, we wouldn't have thought anything like COVID was going to happen. Sure. Not in our lifetime. You know, we've heard about bubonic plagues and stuff like that when we were in school, but we never thought about anything like this. So it's literally every day. And I know this is, we hear this all the time, but every day is literally a gift. So
for sure,
I want to enjoy it as much as possible. So that's how I'm going to take better care of myself, is doing what I want to do. If I want to do something, I will do it. If I don't, damn it, I'm not doing it, and you can't make me change my mind.
I can feel that.
So yeah. Number 7, what has been a barrier to you completing your goals, and how will you remove the barrier in 2022?
Overthinking.
Yeah.
Overthinking is for sure my number one barrier.
Okay.
And to get around it, I'm just saying, just fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Yeah. Like, don't even think about it. Just do it. And then you can kind of edit it later. Like, once it's completed, you can go back and edit it and make it the way that you want it.
Right. Kind of like, that's kind of the same thing for me. You said overthinking. I'm my own worst enemy. I'm always thinking, oh, well, what if it doesn't work out? You need to have a plan for this. You need to have a plan for that. One of my biggest barriers is, and I literally have been working on it all 2021. I say working on it, but I haven't, is my website. Yeah. My website for my personal business. I've been dragging my feet, and and it's funny because my word of 2021 was consistency, but yet that website just never happened. And it's because I was getting in my own head. I'm like, well, what do I really want to try to make this a real thing? Do I just want to, just go ahead and continue just working? Do I want to make this a full-time thing? And I overthink it so much that I get tired. And then I'm like, I don't even want to talk about it anymore. Let me just wait. Obviously, now's not the right time because I can't even find peace within myself to do it. So yeah, I was my own barrier. And how I'm going to remove that is kind of like what you say, just go ahead and do it. Again, with me realizing that every day is a gift, and there are people that are quitting their jobs from, what do they call this? The Great Resignation?
Yeah, Great Resignation.
There are people that are quitting their jobs in the corporate world and doing their own businesses, doing what they actually truly love to do. And it's making their, it's definitely increasing their quality of life. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. And if it doesn't work out, I know myself well enough to know that I won't let myself get to a point where I can't get back.
Yeah. And it's kind of like I was telling somebody the other day, is that this is probably one of the few times in history to where the employer do not dictate the terms.
Right.
Like they have to, I don't want to say that they have to bend the knee, right? But they have to, they know that people want to work from home now.
They know the workers have the upper hand.
And they know that people value quality of life over they value the job.
Right. So
that's what I'm saying. So don't really just suffer somewhere that you don't really want to be when there's something that you would rather do.
Right.
Because everybody hiring.
Everybody is hiring and everybody's giving bonuses, and
you can get paid today for working tomorrow.
Man, no, you can get paid today for working a day.
Oh, that's what that means.
But yeah, so definitely just get at it. Sometimes you just have to get out of your own way.
Yeah,
you have to. Number 8, what limiting beliefs do I need to release?
That somebody know better than me. I don't know. Because I feel like a lot of advice that I felt like somebody was telling me the truth or giving me the best advice to move forward. Mm-hmm. But probably the worst advice that I probably ever got.
So you don't listen to nobody?
I don't listen to nobody. I was like, yo, if it need to be done, I'm just going to listen to myself and I do it. And if it's wrong, I can't be mad at nobody but myself.
That's true.
Versus listening to somebody who gave you the wrong advice and then it fails and then you mad at them when you knew all along that you probably knew what you needed to do.
Yeah. I can understand that. Yeah,
I'd rather be mad at myself than you.
Right, because you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. And you should be like, I should have listened to myself, but I didn't. A limiting belief that I need to release is kind of similar to yours, that just because they can do it doesn't mean that I can't do it.
Oh, for sure.
There's things that I'm like, well, I don't know how to do that. I never learned how to draw eyebrows. I'm throwing stuff out of there. Oh, I know how to jump rope. I'm a little heavy, but gravity's not my friend, but I can jump rope. But, and just having that more confidence in myself, just because someone's been doing it and their pictures may look good and it's like they have it all together, doesn't mean that they do and doesn't mean that I can't get there or exceed what they're doing. Not hating, I'm just saying. Not doubting the fact that I can't do something just because someone else is doing it.
Makes sense.
And it may be something, for example, again, my website, I might be like, oh, I can't do my website. I can't make it look like this. And
because Sally's website get like 1,000.
And I know some, and I'm like, well, that girl used to eat glue when she was 6. Well, so if she can do it, I can do it too. So yeah, that's what I would need to release. Number 9, what do I need to practice doing more or less of?
I'll say put my happiness just as much as I put others. Because I feel like that I spend so much time making sure other people are happy that I neglect myself sometimes. Yeah. So I need to make sure that I put my own happiness on equal footing and that I put everybody else's.
Yeah. That's good. I feel like I do that too. I have my moments where I'm like, I'm choosing me, but then I'm like, oh, but I know they really would want me to do this.
Or especially when I feel like that I want to lie to somebody just so they don't know that I'm having fun or, you know what I mean? So it's just making sure, I don't want to feel like that I have to hide shit from people just to make sure that I'm happy. Yeah. To where that that because I'm happy that they upset because I'm happy. Yeah. Yeah. Or I don't want to upset people because I'm happy. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. You're still bending to their bending the knee to them. You know what I mean? I feel like what I need to practice doing more of is, and I've gotten a little better in 2021, so I definitely want to do it more in 2022, is doing more check-ins. In 2020, I was doing more check-ins because, COVID the pandemic just started, and I was, starting to get worried about some people, and then I kind of got comfortable in 2021. So definitely doing more check-ins with people, even if it's just a quick, hey, I know you're busy. I just want to let you know I was thinking about you.
Yeah,
I was remembering when we went to IHOP and we were in the middle of that drive-by. True story. And it made me think of you. So I just want to make sure you're okay. And I want to do less overthinking because like you said, the rules to the whole game has changed with this pandemic. And I feel like it's a new normal for us. Yeah. At least for a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's going to be for a minute.
So if everyone else is kind of taking advantage, why can't I?
Just don't get the PPP and
don't get no PPP loan and buy a Ferrari.
Months.
Who?
You remember Baby Blue from what's his name?
Big Blue, the soda?
No, the Baby Blue, the one from Pretty Ricky.
Blue from the Blue Stars?
No, from Pretty Ricky.
Yes, Pretty Ricky's Blue Stars. That was her album.
Oh, was that what y'all?
See, we both sound old.
Old as fuck. But that nigga going to prison anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, boy. They said they trying to say that he got $24 million from the PPP. But
what is he doing worth 20?
Really, they said it was about $1 million.
Man, I could go for a Big Blue.
So if I knew I was going 20 months for $24 million,
don't do that.
Keep it.
Don't do that.
Saying.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I ain't going.
Don't do that.
Anyway, what's the day?
So the last question: what is one boundary that you feel you need to implement to improve your peace in 2022? What's a boundary you need? That's a good question.
Oh, I don't know.
A boundary you need to implement.
I'm gonna let you go first. Yeah, hell yeah.
You know what? Check it. A boundary that I need to implement is feeling what I feel and expressing how I feel without giving, kind of like what you said, without giving a damn about what somebody else is going to think.
Okay.
Because I found out, some family tea, and I was wanting to protect how someone else was feeling, how my mother was feeling. And so I tried not to have the reaction that I was entitled to have, because I was trying to kind of coddle and kind of cater to how she would respond to the information that was out there. And no, I should have reacted the way I felt and not just, and again, putting it under the rug until I couldn't take it anymore.
Because that's what I was going to say. I think that was kind of going to be mine, was that not necessarily telling my truth to spare somebody else's reality of the person that said the bullshit about me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm to the point to where I'm tired of biting my tongue to spare somebody else's feelings.
Right.
Or spare
especially
somebody
when
else's...
they've wronged you.
Yeah. Like, because I think I've been the villain for so long because I haven't spoken my truth.
Right.
Like, I haven't really given my side, which is, of course, it's my side, and I feel like it's the truth. And that's why I hate when people say, oh, I'm just telling my truth. Well, your truth is really your version. Right. And I feel like, without everybody's version on the table, then you can't have a proper perspective.
That's true. And then, because that's kind of how I am, because I used to be so, what's understood ain't got to be explained. I'm going to be Beyonce to it. I'm not going to address it. There are some things you do need to address, and you do need to express.
But I'm not going to come fired up and ready to scream and shout it to the moon roof. No. Like, I'm going to wait till everything cool, and I'm be like, okay, listen, tell me what you heard, and let me tell you from my perspective how the shit went. And then you can piece this shit together on your own, but at least I got to say, you heard this shit from my mouth.
So if what I'm saying, if 2 + 2 is coming up to 4, then there you go. You do what you decide to do with it. Oh yeah. But yeah, I'm definitely, I'm going to feel the way I feel and let people know where they got me fucked up.
Just make sure you say this shit with your whole chest.
I'm going to let people know how I feel, what I feel.
Say what you do. Yeah.
So yeah. I love these questions because, we always tend to reflect back on the previous year or the current year going into the next year, but we don't really, it's always like right at surface level. It never really goes deep like these questions do. So talking about this, discussing this, going over it definitely helps me be like, okay, 2022, this is what we're doing. Yeah. I feel like I come with a better game plan because I've discussed what worked, what didn't work, what do I need to change. And it's not the surface level, oh, I want to lose 10 pounds. Oh, I want to stop drinking. But it's actually for
I'm going to give up soda waters. People say that don't know, say soda water.
The country folks say soda water. Yeah, because I say soda water.
Oh.
But yeah.
So do you have any petty words of wisdom?
Man, y'all know I got the petty words of wisdom. So
come to me.
And I'm just going to go ahead and give it to you. A mistake repeated more than once is a decision.
Fuck yeah.
It is.
Yeah, you made the choice, nigga.
I mean,
you made the choice.
You're doing the same thing more than once. So this is something you are ultimately deciding to do purposefully.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of think about that when you're interacting with people. And
so when they ride with you and they steal your money out your ashtray like 3 or 4 times, they really meant to come and ride with you to steal your money out your ashtray.
They decide that they're going to steal money from you.
They robbing you.
It was a decision. Don't let them rob you.
Let them walk next time.
Remember we were jacking cars?
Hey, I mess with that super.
Shout out to Kodak, my nephew Kodak.
That nigga weird though.
He's weird, but I'm gonna stick beside him. That's my nephew. I'm gonna stick beside him.
Man. I like them petty words.
You know, I try.
But you know you can always find us at www.jayeandhatah.com.
Or on Instagram at Jaye and Hatah Podcast, or I'm at Jay Duce.
So you can always find your boy Lord Hatah.
And you can also find us on the Facebook.
And we on YouTube too. So if you just listen to this and you just want to see our pretty faces and shit, then you can find us on YouTube. You know, the Jaye and Hatah Podcast.
Yes. So, any news, anything you want to tell the people?
Hey, just want to say,
man,
I hope y'all had a good year.
Yes.
And I hope your new year go even better. Hey, and celebrate and do all that other crazy shit that you want to do, but just make sure that you always protecting yourself.
And social distance.
Yeah, wear your mask.
Wear your mask. But yeah, thank you for a great 2021. You know, we always say we appreciate you guys.
Because I love the shit out of y'all.
We love interacting with you guys too. So if you have anything you want to say, hit us up. And as always, in 2020, 2021, 2022, going forward, protect your peace, y'all. Bye. Happy New Year.